Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, back for more chef-based drama than the season finale of Hell's Kitchen, as Master Chef Busey tries to serve up a rescue in XCOM 2. And the team is in a bit of a pickle here, I'm not gonna lie. Steve Irwin, in his eagerness to catch 'em all Pokemon style, took a very questionable move that sunk the team right into a vat of hot, salty brine. And now, there's no one left to act here but the old Master Chef Busey, and the Master Chef has got to find a way to turn that brine into some sort of gourmet dessert. I mean, if he wants to win the ultimate Grand Chef prize, that's really his only choice. I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm just spitballing here, maybe you toss that into the freezer with a little extra sugar and whip up a pickle juice sorbet, Master Chef Busey? I don't know, I'm spitballing. Steve's early game flub has me fairly salty, almost as salty as the brine itself, in fact. Oi, mate, don't be blaming me for that, and don't try and bullshit a shitter here, Pete. I'm onto your game. I know you wrapped things up early last episode because you had to pee, mate. I know, you bladder. That's the problem. Sure, I may have put the team in a bit of jeopardy here, but it's nothing I don't trust me mates to bail me out of. And don't act like you bailed on the episode because it was more dramatic or you're trying to build tension or anything like that, mate. You bailed because your bladder's the size of a cup of Cuban coffee. And I'm not taking the blame for it, Pete. I'm done. I'm tired of covering for your shit, mate. You got to go see a damn urologist. I think you've got a problem going on in the old downstairs there, mate. All right, fine, Steve, you jerk. Thanks for the fucking way to keep my secret, by the way. Yeah, I cut things short, and I did so because I had to pee like your grandmother 20 minutes into a road trip. I'm not ashamed about it. I'm sorry. It's biology. Sometimes your bladder gets full, and if it does, you got to empty it. Just, well, I mean, you could just piss yourself, but that seems needlessly complicated because then you got to clean up, and just getting up to go to the bathroom is a way easier solution. And also, your metaphor was completely busted, Steve. I'm calling you on that, because Cuban coffee comes in all sorts of sizes. They're not all those little 3/4 ounce cups you see on TV. Yeah, you go ahead and do whatever you want, mate. I'm just saying. Urology appointment, it's in your future, Pete. You really need it. All right, well, let's leave discussions of my gastrointestinal and urological needs aside for a moment and try and figure out how the hell Master Chef Busey is going to get us out of this one, because it is a bit of a pickle. We did hack this robot, so we don't really have to do much with him. He's on Team XCOM for the nonce. Yeah, where's me credit for that, Steve? Gotta say, that was me. I did that, mate. That's directly the result of my actions. All right, Busey. Son of a bitch, you can't hit all... I was really hoping this would be able to hit all three of these dudes. Can we even get two of them? Nope. If we catch the Andromedon, we are not going to get any of these guys. All right, this is disconcerting and troubling. Is there a way out? You know what? Maybe, just maybe. What if we whip the axe into old Andromedon here? I'm going to go with this. This is a free action. Won't cost us anything. Whack. Holy crap, 10 damage. So the Master Chef Busey definitely showing us some of those kitchen skills with that fucking chopping. Man, he minced that guy. That's not a sorbet, that's a straight up puree is what that is. Yeah, I'd prefer you didn't shred Storm Cannon, Steve. He kind of deserves it, you're not wrong, Jake Busey, but it may be a little premature. Hey, what are you doing there, Pete and Ted? You made a tan coat like that, bloke? That's, man, you just fucking all over the map today, mate. Holy crap, Jake Busey has delivered a thunderous blow. Oh, that ended our turn. Shit. I was not expecting the Shred Storm Cannon as our first action to end our turn. I was gonna go punch this guy with the action from our suit. Our overwatching robot didn't fucking help us. Oh, Jake Busey with the dodge because he's untouchable. All right, that was fucking amazing. My plan was to Shred Storm Cannon, destroy the cover, and then have Jake Busey run over there and fucking punch that guy with another free action. But it turns out Shred Storm Cannon ends your turn, even if you do it on a blue move. So we've learned a valuable lesson here, which is don't start things off with a friggin' Shred Storm Cannon. Still, Jake Busey and his mad, untouchable ass did pull us out of the fire there. Wow. All right. We lucked our way out of that one. I'm not gonna lie. That was a full-on luck job. Yeah, it was a full-on some kind of job, mate. Not sure it was a luck job. You know, a bit of a do job, maybe a head job, mate. I don't know. I was going for a job joke there, and it fell apart. Fell apart like your last episode ended with the bladder thing, Pete. I'm just gonna shut me hole right now. I'm just blabbering. All right. We do need to hack the thing. We got 4 turns. Steve can see the thing, so we can hack it at will. We also need to kill this robot. That's the other thing. That robot got to die. Thou shalt not suffer the robot to live. Clear? It is written in the Malleus Roboticarum. Let's just start cracking him open. Oh, he's got a lot of armor. Well, let's get rid of some of that armor first. We're gonna come at this one like Bob Gibson. We'll want to break some of that armor. Come up to the plate. You know, what'd you do? Pitch him in, occasionally I'd hit him. What about all that armor he wears? Oh, so, you know, I'd break some of that armor. So Terra Moose Juice Reed, speaking of breaking armor here, is going to go for it. I don't really think we need to use any of the cooldown abilities on this one. We're probably going to be all right. We could have the robot kill himself, but I would sort of like to feed kills to, when possible, Terra Moose Juice Reed and Franklin D. Roosevelt, which is what I'm trying to engineer here. I'm trying to engineer a kill for Franklin D. 71% chance with a pistol. You know what? We could just shadow fall here, Franklin D. Roosevelt. This can't miss, can't fail to kill that guy, and it's going to give you concealment. There we go. Actually, it could have failed to kill that guy. I should really learn to count. He had 5 health, and that does a minimum of 4 damage, but we're still all right. Franklin D is now fully concealed. Robot's still a bit of a problem. We would like Moose Juice to kill it if possible. I think we've got that guy hacked for 1 more turn, so we could buy a little more time. Even if this criticals, it shouldn't score a kill, so let's have Keller soften him up. There we go. Let's get him right in our wheelhouse. We're going to want the D or Moose Juice to take this man down.
Negative. Weapons dry.
Let's just go ahead and Atlas King, I want you to reload the old magazine. Is it a magazine? Would that be appropriate? I mean, it's definitely not a clip, but is it a magazine in a plasma bolt caster? Because it seems sort of like reloading a crossbow. Call the Sky Ranger. No, Atlas King, what are you thinking there? Just going Overwatch. We don't need to call the Sky Ranger, mate. It's fine. I don't really want to. I was thinking about giving somebody a Overwatch, but we don't really need to do that. Oh, great. We can't. Steve can't see the thing. Steve? Why can't you see the thing? We know Kellen Keller could see it, so we could move you to that tile. You should be able to see it from there. What about here?
Here I come.
Can you see it from there? Nope. Alright, well, let's just move you back here. You should be able to see it from one of these tiles. Steve's just going to run around like an asshole, I guess. Heavy Mech still on our team for 1 more turn. We could use this Heavy Mech to pop that Sectopod, but I'd really rather have the network shut down before I do that. So let's just have him... Actually, could you maybe help us out in the line of sight department here, Mr. Roboto? If you can, I'll say Domo Arigato very definitely. What if we just do like this? No, don't hit that. I don't want to blow up the thing. No, that's going to blow up the thing. That's also going to blow up the thing. Alright, let's just... You know what? We'll bring you outside, and next turn if we need to, before we let Terra Moose Juice Reed end your existence, we'll have you blow up one of those walls. Master Chef Busey, I think I'm just going to drop you into Overwatch.
Moving to Overwatch.
Heavy Mech is still hacked, so still on Team XCOM. Can Steve see the thing? Steve, buddy, 3 turns. Bradford's starting to freak out, man. You don't want him getting all sweaty. You're going to mess up his hair. He's been working hard on the hair all week, Steve. Okay, you can see it. Excellent. So let's go ahead and hack the workstation. Bypassing the security in, mate. It's what a Steve Irwin does. Same reason that Mech's on our team now, because Steve bypassed his security. It's also the same thing we're going to do to the missus when I get home. Oh, you know me, Pete. I'm going to bypass their security right good. Definitely going for this. Come on, Steve. Don't fuck me on this one. Oh, that's my boy. It's right, mate. Gonna bypass his security. And I tell you what, with the plus 20 hacking stat there, oh, the missus is getting a right good security bypassing tonight, mate. Feeling exceptionally virile, Pete. Sweet. All right. So Steve is deadlier than ever in the hack department. That's friggin' beautiful. And that's gonna, you know what? That maybe gives us a shot at hacking that sectoid. Oh, do we... Our sectopod. I keep calling it the sectoid. Hacking a sectoid. It's a sectopod, Pete. It's a sectopod. Also engineered the kill for Moose Juice. Solid. And now I think we set up for the sectopod. Let's just... he's going to have some other stuff with him, because we know there are 11 enemies on this map, and I think we have officially killed 8 of them. So there's probably a sectopod and 2 something else's. Franklin D. Roosevelt, you're concealed now, right? Yeah. Well, let's take you up to the old rooftop in a scout maneuver. Why are you revealed? Because you're going through a door. Well, that's suboptimal. What about, is there any way to get you up here? Yes, we could put you up here. Oh, that's fine. Your concealment should be okay. Unless you step in a detection tile, you should stay safely hidden. Yep, okay, so he's good. You know what? There actually is a scenario here where we can get you on the roof. Since we didn't see anything on the run, well, shit, you're in the road. God damn it, Roosevelt, you're in your own way. I definitely want to have Franklin D. Roosevelt find that other pod, and based on the audio clues I'm getting, that thing is somewhere over in this region. So let's just very cautiously advance and take every precaution to not activate the sector pod. It's all about safety. We're a safety girl. We're coming at this Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman style. We're a safety girl. We're going for the gold circle coin. Nothing is getting through that bad boy. Like, you know, pleasure or sensation. Neither of those are also getting through it, Julia. Just saying, from a customer service standpoint, just because you're a prostitute doesn't mean you don't have to be concerned with customer service. I mean, specifically as a prostitute, I think customer service should definitely be your #1 focus, Julia. And I'm not trying to slut shame you or anything. You got to do what you got to do to survive. I'm saying you definitely want to try and provide the best possible customer experience in that particular industry. Well, Jake Busey definitely found the pod, so starting things off with the bang, old shotgun style. We've already got the sector pod fairly well injured. What else have we got here? Do I really want to... I'm actually seriously considering trying to engineer a situation where Steve Irwin gets a shot at hijacking a sector pod. Because there's an achievement for hacking a sector pod. We stunned it. Haha, that's beautiful! Alright, well, I was considering stasising that guy, but that's the first time we've ever seen the plasma boltcaster do its job of stunning something, which means that sector pod's gonna have to skip its turn. Yeah, enjoy that. Alright, the D, what can you see? You can see that shield bearer and not much else. You could shoot at him a whole absolute shitload of times. We could get you plenty of shots at him. Atlas King, who can you see? Well, I'd actually like to see who you could see, not over what's... Atlas King, what is up with you and the misclicks today, buddy? You're all over the map, Atlas. So there's a shield bearer and, what are you, a stun lancer? Yeah, you're a stun lancer. You're also not really much of a threat. We could just straight up run and gun and shoot you in the back and then you are dead. I sort of like that plan. Jake Busey could also punch a man. This punch, I think, does destroy cover and doesn't cost an action. I really need to test this Rage Strike ability more. So in the interest of testing Rage Strike, let's have Jake Busey give this a whirl. I'm really just trying to figure out exactly how this works. Okay, definitely does not destroy cover.
Deflection.
It doesn't take any kind of action, though, and it gives Jake Busey even more free movement. Man, that ability in and of itself is actually quite powerful. So we can then bring Jake Busey to here.
I can handle that.
We're out of axes, so we don't have any more. Man, Jake Busey is like the fastest man in the history of XCOM. He's all about free actions. I don't want to run and gun. I want to rapid fire, but not that guy. We have a 50% chance to hit that guy on a rapid fire. That is vastly worse than I would have expected. Am I going to have to run and gun to get behind him? I mean, I definitely don't want to hit him with Slash, because that's not going to do shit. I mean, it'll rock his face off, because Slash is amazing, but maybe, alright, maybe I am going to run and gun now.
Stick and move.
Stick and move, Jake Busey. Stick and move right around this corner. Stick your shotgun in this man's back and move his spine out the front of his torso. That's how I would like you to stick and move on this one. Stick the shotgun in the back, move his spine out the front of his torso. Okay, good job. You're also untouchable now. And you're going to get an implacable move as well. Good God, Jake Busey is the ultimate killer. I'm really liking the rage suit. It does look a little bit ridiculous. We look a little bit like Rhino from Spider-Man comics, but I mean, there are worse guys from Spider-Man comics to look like, right? I mean, what if instead of Rhino, what if we looked like, say, I don't know, Jamie Foxx as the Shocker, who was blue because electricity is blue? Sure, I guess. Electricity really doesn't have a color at all. It's a colorless. I mean, it's an electromagnetic phenomenon. It doesn't really have a cover. I'm not sure why his skin turned blue, but why not?
Throwing grenade.
Helen Keller may just be solving this problem herself, and we would, if possible, like to farm. I'm actually trying to set up a kill here for Franklin D. Roosevelt, which is good because we didn't even get anywhere close to doing. Why did that thing say it was going to do 9 damage when it did pathetic damage? I mean, you showed me more than you showed me more than you came up with there. If we were in, you know, like a strip club environment, I'd be a little upset here. I paid for the lap dance and kept the top on. That's unacceptable behavior, man.
Happy now?
I mean, I'm happier, Franklin D. Roosevelt. I wouldn't say I'm happy. I'm Perfidious Pete, man. If you've watched any of my stuff, you know I'm rarely, if ever, happy. It's just it's not my default setting. My default setting is sort of like a little bit hungry and kind of angry. Do we really need anything out of Steve? No, you know what? I think we'll just double move with Steve, have him drop into Overwatch in case for whatever reason that thing somehow spontaneously manages to break out of its I'm supposed to be stunned status.
Let's move already.
We'll go park Atlas King next to a truck because theoretically if that truck explodes, Atlas King is supposed to be immune to the damage thanks to his fortress ability, although history has taught us that may or may not actually work.
Will do.
And then we'll take Tara Moose Juice Reed and just duck her behind some barrels. I don't know, Tara Reed, start a fucking trash fire in there. Barrel fire seems to be right up your alley. Sectopod is no longer shut down. It should absolutely be shut down. Alright, take your shot at Jake Busey. It's gonna miss because he's untouchable. See, not even your lightning field is capable of hitting Jake Busey, which, is that a new thing, Sectopod? Because we've not seen that before. That guy's gone into kill zone, so we need somebody other than you to handle this shit. A-wire protocol? Yes, please.
Taking control.
Well, we'll see about that, Steve. I'll tell you, Pete, I got him. I'm gonna take control, mate, just like I'm gonna take control with the missus later, and suddenly I don't know why everything's about me sexing me wife, but, okay, well, we're definitely not gonna control this enemy, but I'm still gonna shut him down. Because whatever he's got going, I don't want any part of that shit covering Jake Busey. And it's a good thing we didn't try to control him, because we would have absolutely failed. Once again, mate, Steve Irwin delivers on the hack. And enjoy your shutdown there for 310s, although I gotta say, it looks like whatever it is he's doing is full on still in effect, mate.
What's
I'm
over there?
actually a little troubled by that. So we do want to try and get the kill with Franklin D. Roosevelt, who will have a maximum of 2 pistol shots, which means we got to get rid of this bloke's armor. Well, getting rid of armor is what a good Helen Keller does, so let's go ahead and chain shot him. This will ditch that shit. We also have Tara Moose Juice Reed for the follow-up. We want it to go to either the D or the Moose. Ideally, actually, we would get it for Tara Moose Juice Reed. We take her on missions a little more often. We take Franklin D. Roosevelt. Still, wouldn't be bad to get Franklin a new deal. It's my only Roosevelt joke, guys. What else am I going to do? Joke about the fact that he was fucking wheelchair-ridden? I mean, that just seems mean. I don't know what else to joke about with Franklin D. Roosevelt other than a new deal. He died in office, I guess. We could make fun of him for that. Pathetic loser, couldn't even finish out your 4th term. It just doesn't seem funny either. I don't know what else to pick on him about. I'm like Donald Trump. I can only attack. We could make fun of his smoking habit, I guess. That's the thing we're allowed to shame people about, though. Oh, you have an unfortunate habit. I'm going to shame you. Double 99s from Moose Juice. Not even Tara Reid can fuck this one up. I say that, and then she misses this second shot and botches it worse than her plastic surgeon. Nope. We may get some explosion damage on Jake Busey here. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
That's right.
So, you know what, Tara Reid? Yeah, that was boob job caliber performance right there with the explosion damage on Jake Busey at the end. I'm actually a little salty about that. Operation Gilded Sleep. Not coming off flawless thanks to Moose Juice and, Tara Reid. Tara Reid. When Tara Reid will you learn that you should keep your top on? Because with it off, you look like a cross-eyed Cocker Spaniel. It's just like her arms are the ears and her breasts are the face, and they're just like droopy, and she looks like a Cocker Spaniel. That's like profoundly cross-eyed. Speaking of profound delays and what's going on here? I feel like maybe I've gone cross-eyed. I'm seeing all black. XCOM, are you okay? Was the particularly poor quality of my humor today somehow punishing you? And that this is your payback? You'd be like, man, fucking stale, tired-ass shit. I don't even want to display the car ride back home. I don't feel good, Pete. I don't feel good at all. 100% successful shot percentage, which I think is fairly accurate. I'm not sure we missed one. Average damage per attack at a meager 7.88. 1.5 enemies killed per turn. We didn't set any records there at all. Jake Master Chef Busey, of course, the most under fire and moved the furthest. But for most of those attacks, he was by and large immune thanks to his untouchable ability. And this rage suit, man, I at first was a little hesitant with what it was bringing to the table. I was thinking, maybe we should just stick with the old Warden armor. But the more I try it out, the more I'm thinking it's pretty damn solid. That free ability to just go punch people in the face. It's free movement. It's a way to get up adjacent to an enemy without spinning a tile. I'm beginning to wonder if maybe more rage suits wouldn't be just what the old doctor ordered. It's real tempting. It does very much minimize the number. It very much minimizes the number of alternative things we could carry. Like if we gave one to Steve Irwin, he'd just have that and a skulljack. Skin tight suit and a skulljack, Pete. It's all Steve Irwin needs to go out and wreak havoc. You don't want to know what Steve Irwin can get up to with nothing but a meat suit and a skulljack, mate. It's going to be a fantastic weekend, let me tell you.
Efforts in the field have certainly encouraged.
All right, so a lightly wounded Master Chef Busey is acceptable. How's our kill to mission ratios looking here? Holy shit, Franklin D. Roosevelt has the greatest kill to mission ratio, I think, in the barracks. He's above 4-1. Take that, Yuri Baby Maker Novak. You've been dethroned. Although I'd like to point out Yuri has been dethroned for quite a while because I think Mitch Hedberg died with a better kill to mission ratio than Yuri can ever achieve, like 5-1 or something crazy. Still, 3-13. That's better than 4-1, baby. That's a good KD. Steve right at 2. It's acceptable. Atlas King is slumping a little bit. Terra Moose Juice Reed is always disappointing. Helen Deadeye Keller still holding it down, and the Master Chef Busey pumping in at almost 3-1. All right, let's gild to sleep then. Picked up an Illyrium core, an advanced laser sight, which we'll probably never use, and an alien data cache, which we will, in all likelihood, never even decrypt. That's largely pointless.
You have done an outstanding job leading.
As always, Optimus Prime, your praise fills me with self-hatred and loathing on a level with which I'm uncomfortable even admitting, even to myself. We countered Dark Event Vigilance. I actually wasn't even paying attention to the Dark Event since we didn't care which one went off. I'm pretty sure that major breakthrough for the aliens is going to trigger at some point in the near future, but
Commander,
I'm so ambivalent about that.
Anyone with an aptitude for the sciences, send them my way. I could use the help.
Oh, okay. You need more scientists. Tell me more. Why didn't you tell me you needed more scientists before I went and did not the mission that gave us a scientist? Tygan. This... he'd be like, after the fact. Johnny come lately much, Tygan? Johnny come lately much? Yeah. Reduced contact cost? I'm going to say not now. Well, let's go see if we can find Dr. Tygan, a friggin' scientist.
Setting course for
We'll fly over to HQ. We're pretty much unlikely to get a mission event in the next day or two, so I'm comfortable with taking a little time to fly around. Telling you, Dr. Tygan, so much after the fact. I'm getting
Welcome, Commander.
Get a very Seth Rogen and knocked up kind of vibe here. Be like, oh, I didn't wear the condom, but I only told you after the fact. So we've got a Grenadier and an Engineer. The Grenadier is somewhat tempting. The Engineer, I don't give a single shit about. We already have more engineers than we have employment for. Maybe, Dr. Tygan, you could do some cross-training and maybe train some of these engineers as scientists? Call me crazy. What about that? We can also get rid of some stuff. Anything we want to specifically get rid of? We have a lot of alien alloys, like probably more than we're ever going to use, but I don't know how many theoretically we might need, so I'm not going to sell them. We have, I know, some junk we're never going to use here. Like, well, the Advanced Expanded Magazine, Superior Stock, Superior Scope, we'll hang on to those. These alien data caches, I mean, we're never going to use them. I'm just going to sell them. Why do I have Superior Speed and have no one using it? That should definitely be installed in someone. Blue screen rounds, Gatekeeper Shell, Acid Bombs. This Advanced Laser Sight is actually what I want to get rid of, so let's just toss that in the garbage. I'm glad I looked, because I have a PCS Speed, man. That's something I definitively need to be using. Superior Autoloader, Superior Hair Trigger, Superior Focus. All of these things suck, and the only thing available for sale is another Engineer. So sorry, Dr. Tygan, you shit the bed with your Johnny-come-lately attitude. I could have maybe picked you up a scientist if only you had told me you needed a scientist until it was actually too late.
I appreciate you recruiting new staff for the engineering team.
See, Lily's overstaffed here and bitching about it, Dr. Tygan. I'm telling you, cross-training is the solution to our problems. You can't do like a little kid who's be like, Mommy, can you get me some cereal at the store? We're out of cereal. And be like, I just came back from the store, little Billy. Why didn't you tell me you were out of Golden Grams before I left? I could have bought you a Golden Grams. Golden Grams, by the way, definitively the best cereal.
Talk of the elders dying, I thought we might have caught a break.
Yeah, it's fine, Bradford. I was going to do my outro, but you pre-interrupted me. Bradford is starting to do preemptive strikes on his outro interruptions. This is a new level of game from Bradford. It must go along with his new hair. I'm telling you, new hairstyle, new strategies. Bradford, he's really starting to come into his own. He's blossoming like a fall flower. I don't think any flowers blossom in the fall, Pete. Didn't you mean a spring flower? Probably, but it fell apart, and now, with that busted-ass joke, I'm going to bail out of this episode because I have to pee again. Not really, but, it's a throwback to the cyclical kind of, whatever. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, support does really mean a lot, and if you'd like to see Bradford continue to blossom like a tulip in March, you might consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes of XCOM every single day. Right now, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.